What's going on, people? This is Shok, and using my stream layout for this as a format for this video because obviously I want to show you guys the tier list as I'm discussing it. This is, of course, a tentative tier list, so don't take it as super definitive or anything like that, But with that being said, I would say personally that I have a pretty good nose for who's good and who's bad. I mean, in Project M, there's a lot of characters I complained about back in 3.0 and 3.5 that are now considered, problematic characters these days, or they're now top tier. Soul Calibur 6 came out in the first 2 days. I was like, man, Nightmare, Ivy, Grow, Siegfried, and Shang Mina are just crazy Unga Bunga characters. And then I looked at the tier list, and 4 of those 5 characters were absolutely on the mark. The only difference was Shang Mina was high tier, and Geralt is in the top 5 apparently. But even then, I was only off by a tier. So Dragon Ball FighterZ also called like Cell, Vegeta, Goku Black, at least in the beginning, whatever, so on and so forth. So I would say I'm a pretty good judge when it comes to, generally speaking, which characters are going to be really good and which ones are probably going to be really pretty freaking bad. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. I'll be a little bit more descriptive with the higher tiered characters, and probably once I get around mid tier, I won't go into all the individual things. Because if I'm talking about all these characters, all like 74 of these guys, this video is going to be way too long. I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible. But up here in top tier, which I titled Holy Fuck, we have Meta Knight, Pikachu, Olimar, Mewtwo, King K. Rool, and Inkling. And the reason why it's titled Holy Fuck is because if you play as these characters or against them, they make you say Holy Fuck. So Meta Knight feels a lot like Project M Meta Knight. And so having a PM character in a mainline Smash game should tell you that this character is going to be pretty damn good. He retains most things from Smash 4, but then adds on new things on top of that. Really speedy, amazing punish game. His strings are just as dumb as ever in his combos. He has a new tornado, his neutral B, actually just hits people away, and it's just single hit. And so you can actually up air, tornado, and kill people starting at like 55 to 65, depending on your character's weight. There are clips of this on Twitter. I'm not making this up. It's insane. It's a guaranteed true combo. You can't get out of it. It's nuts. And of course, Meta Knight's moves, his aerials, has always been great for edge guarding, since this game has actually brought in real edge guarding back into the fray. That just kind of indirectly buffs Meta Knight. So yeah, really good engine for Meta Knight. The next I'll have Pikachu, and the order is going to matter a little less and less as I go further down, but this is like my general order for the top tiers. Pikachu, everyone is saying, is the best in the game, which is no surprise. That's what we all kind of thought looking at the E3 footage. I say maybe Meta Knight's a little better, but Pikachu kind of has the same strengths as Meta Knight. He's super fast, really good punish game, consistent combos at really any percent, kill confirms, amazing recovery in a game where edge guarding is back. Pikachu still remains, one of the harder characters to edge guard. Super small, so he's hard to hit as well. I could see Pikachu potentially kind of sliding down the tier list a little bit in the future for a reason I'll explain once we get to the high tier characters, but let's go ahead and move on for now. Olimar. Now this little fucker right here is stupid as hell. Like, he's been reverted back in a lot of ways to his brawl self. Also, like, kind of feels like his old PM self back in like 3.0 in certain ways. Like, his smash attacks have like little to no end lag on them. You can actually just like up smash like that fast. Like, I'm not exaggerating how fast it is. I was probably going too slow. Honestly, it's probably more like that. And he can F smash, and just have a constant wall of, projectile smash attacks. So that's basically what all of our smash attacks are, right? They're like short range projectiles. And then of course he can still drag people down with Nair and smash attack them out of that. He retains his down throw follow-ups, which is a big deal in this game because a lot of characters have had their down throw into whatever removed. So characters who still have that are generally stronger characters, unless the rest of their moveset's just kind of lacking. And actually a pretty solid dash dance. Not the worst movement in the world. Pretty solid, actually. He hits hard, he retains his kill throws, he retains his combo throws, he has good strings. Since this game promotes sharking again because of the air dodge nerfs, Olimar sharks really damn well. Pretty stupid character, pretty stupid. I would say these three are kind of interchangeable, maybe. But then the next is Mewtwo. Mewtwo is incredibly fast. I think he's like the 6th fastest character in the game or something like that, which for me is just completely unexpected because I didn't expect Mewtwo to be a speedster, but he is. Like, he's moving like freaking Melee Falcon. His dash dance is definitely real. It's really good. His down tilt has great range and is a combo starter. It can go into up tilt or you can go straight into a fair. Fair will combo into fair, and then fair will also kill at high percents. Since edge guarding is back in this game, Mewtwo is an amazing edge guarder because he can stay off stage for long periods of time. Just kind of float around and back air you. Pretty damn good character. This character is pretty crazy. I haven't seen enough people talk about Mewtwo. I think people are sleeping on Mewtwo, and he's definitely in the top echelon of this game for sure. And then Rool. Rool is the dankest character we have gotten in this match so far, and I'm not talking about in terms of like who he is type things, like because like Wii Fit Trainer, Dunk on Dog, but in just terms of what he does and what he can do. Best heavyweight that's ever been in Smash, hands down. Like, this is the first time where we've had a heavyweight in the top tier of a game. But yeah, he like 75% of his moveset is armored. His tilts have armor. Like, his F tilt is armored. Then his Nair is armored. His smash attack's armored. He has a counter that's armor, basically. Dash attack is armored. It's scary to swing on this dude. You can't kill him because he's a super heavyweight. He's only second to Bowser, but he's the second heaviest character in the game. So it's hard to kill him, but he could definitely kill the hell out of you. He could delete you at like 80 plus, depending on your character's weight. F smash just destroys people. His up smash destroys people and also takes him completely off the ground. So he can actually low crush moves and then just flatten you off of it. Insane character. And the reason why Rool is so good is because he's a heavyweight that doesn't have the typical weaknesses that heavyweights are known to have in Smash. You know what I mean? Outside of course, being large and being, easier to combo. Outside of that, he has a great recovery. His movement is not that bad. He has real projectiles and good projectiles. He has freaking Link's boomerang basically. He doesn't go quite as far, but he's a heavyweight that's able to just deny you a strip of space, and we really haven't seen heavy characters be able to do that like that before, you know what I mean? And then the cannonball also flies at a pretty slow speed, so that's good for coverage as well. So and he recovers well. Bowser and DK have always had really susceptible recoveries, right? Really lacking in verticality and whatnot. Rool's up B is like, it might as well be like Pit's up B from Brawl, except there's like 2 spinning hitboxes on top of him. I haven't tried to spike him myself because I figured I'd get hit by the little helicopter blades or whatever. But yeah, they're active hitboxes and they can definitely hit you. So I'm not sure about just jumping down and spiking him unless you're doing it with like a disjoint or something. But yeah, Rool is nuts. If you disagree that he's top tier in singles, I'm sure anyone who has played this character so far can agree that he is definitely top tier in doubles. This character he does not die in doubles. He does not die, but he deletes everyone else. It's insane. Inkling I would say I would put like kind of the last character within the top tiers. If you guys are a Melee player, if you come from Melee, I definitely recommend Inkling to be the character you try out. Inkling is very Melee-esque. A lot of things in common with Fox, actually. A double hitting up air, and you can do like single hit up air into a grab or something like low to the ground. Nair sets up for tech chases. The roller is perfect for punishing a tech situation. Very fluid movement. The most Melee-esque dash dance for sure in the entire game, hands down. This character is just really good at flowing and just kind of following you around and chasing you. And this character has really good aerials for aerial chasing as well. Really good aerials for edge guarding. The back air, the down air. Inkling is pretty damn good. Like, if you're a Melee or a PM player, this character pretty much has everything you could want as a player coming from those 2 games. So let's go to pretty fucking great tier here. Which I actually have Chrom at the top. Of course, since they're like echoes of each other, whatever, they're like side by side. But I'll give Chrom the edge for now because Chrom has just an incredibly insane neutral to the point where it really feels oppressive playing against Chrom on stage. Like, it really does. You don't have to worry about your spacing for him, so you can just throw out your moves willy-nilly, and if one of your moves like connects, well, you're going to be able to do 3 to 4 more moves after that consistently, largely regardless of combo weight. This character is a combo machine. Him and Roy in this game are just nuts freaking characters. Yes, Chrom does have his recovery, which has like no horizontal distance, but I also feel like people aren't recovering with him correctly. So once people figure that out, I think there's a high chance that Chrom will be settled as, ever so slightly better than Roy. But for right now, they're pretty much the same character. But yeah, this engine change definitely benefits them a whole lot. It definitely benefits the sword characters. And as you can see, you just see a bunch of sword characters here at the top. The only reason why they're not like top tier like that is because, of course, they still don't have projectiles and their recoveries are still questionable and very gimpable, right? If you hit them off stage, these guys are done because none of them really have horizontal distance like that except Roy, and even his isn't like great. It's just more so than the others. You know what I mean? But yeah, Roy and Chrom are pretty freaking great, as the tier says in this game. The next I would say Cloud. Cloud has been normalized a tad bit. His sword hitboxes aren't nearly as huge and oppressive, so he's easier to play around. But the engine changes also buff him, so that kind of compensates. So he still remains in the top echelon of the roster. You know what I mean? Lucina above Marth actually, because she pretty much does everything Marth does, except you don't have to worry about spacing for a tipper. And that's the reason why you guys would see MKLeo and Zero playing her back in the Smash 4 days. It's just kind of easier to do and more consistent when it comes to a tournament game, right? You don't want to F-Smash during a tournament on your last stock and you don't get the kill because you didn't tipper it. That's where if you did the F-Smash with Lucina, you would have got the kill. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And next, you would expect it to be Marth, but I think Marth's requirement of his spacing puts him maybe 1 or 2 characters behind Lucina. I have Diddy here. I'm not sure about this placement, but Diddy still feels really good. Feels very similar to his Smash 4 iteration. Richter and Simon are actually nuts. They actually might be above Diddy, honestly. Maybe it's like this or this. Pretty interchangeable. Richter and Simon are insane. If you guys like zoning characters and zoners in your games, those are the 2 characters you're definitely going to want to play because it is incredibly hard to get in on Richter and Simon. These are obnoxious characters. They have the best walling ability out of any character we've seen in the Smash game, and they hit like trucks despite their range. You would think, oh, maybe they won't be such hard hitters because they have insane range. No. Yes, they can hit you from a mile away, and yes, it's still strong, very strong, hitting you from a mile away. The only weakness these characters really have is they're slow. And then they kind of have like the Fire Emblem Swordies recoveries or the Swordy recoveries in general where they get like good verticality but not that much horizontal distance from their up Bs, you know what I mean? So that's why I don't have them on top. I think these characters have the potential to fall down a little bit maybe to really good later on, but starting off for sure in the early meta, these are going to be pretty fucking great characters. And then Marth, like I said, same reasoning. The engine changes really just benefit the sword characters in this game. Their ability to shark people now, really just buffs them, and having movement with a disjoint that you could throw out really quickly. Just really, really good. Marth is a great character in this game. Sheik feels very similar to Smash 4 Sheik, except I think she actually has an easier time killing in this game. But with that being said, I just think the Swordies and the Belmonts still definitely outclass her. Maybe she's better than Diddy. I'm not sure. I didn't really play too much of her. I played like 1 or 2 games with her, but she still felt pretty great. And like I said, it did feel it's a lot easier to confirm a kill off of her. So one of her major weaknesses is definitely gone, but she still doesn't feel like top tier to me like that. You know what I mean? Isabell, probably the second dankest character we've gotten this match so far. This character's low key pretty fucking good, dude. She's pretty fucking good. That's really all I can say. Like, she does so many things you just don't expect her to be able to see. She actually has some hard hitting moves. She actually has some crazy setups. Yeah, don't sleep on Isabell. Do not sleep on this character. She's basically like a insanely good villager. Now Ryukin and Bayonetta, I did not play, and I haven't played against them either. I'm simply placing them here based off what I have seen, what I have watched, and what I've seen people say. So can't go into really too much detail about them, but I'm placing them there for now based off what I've heard and what I've said. They could very well be top. They could very well be really good. I don't know. I didn't play them myself, so I'm just kind of putting them right there in that middle because I think that's like a safer, more accurate place to put them. Kind of a prediction, I guess you could say. So then we get to the really good tier, and I guess you could say this is where high mid starts, like the high end of middle tier, or maybe even like some of these characters the lower end of high tier. So like Young Link, he's not top tier. He's not as ridiculous as people made him out to be and as Zero hyped him up to be. I played an ample amount of Young Link, and he's really good. Don't get me wrong. That's why he's in the really good tier. But he's not like oppressively good and like just holy crap, this character is nuts. It's not to that degree. But he is really good. He's probably like on the low end of high tier, for sure. Falcon's really good. He's Falcon. He's just a better Smash 4 Falcon, honestly. He could combo way more reliably, though, for sure. That's just kind of across the board, honestly. Luigi. Luigi is once again a combo machine. Maybe his combo game got even better. He has a tether grab now, which may sound bad initially, but then you realize that, hey, this tether grab has the end lag of a regular grab. So it doesn't have the weakness of a tether grab, but it has the range of a tether grab. So it's kind of stupid and busted. So his neutral has been improved, but his offstage game is worse because his tornado no longer gives him height. And of course, it doesn't do that stupid semi-spike thing it did in Smash 4 either. So he's kind of gotten a weakened offstage game and a weakened recovery, but a better onstage game and a better neutral. Luigi's really good. In my live stream last night, I said that Wolf was the best spacey. After doing some further reflection and watching more footage, I would say that Fox edges him out for sure. Fox just kind of seems more consistent. He has better setups, better strings and combos. Wolf really isn't that much of a combo character. I mean, he can fair to fair, and he can like up air shark people and stuff like that. But outside of using multiple moves and like a long combo, he really doesn't have that in this game. But Wolf's individual moves are all good. Like, there's not a single move Wolf has that's just like all right or mediocre. Like, all of Wolf's moves are like really, really good. They're not that cohesive with each other in the sense that like they true combo into each other into this like fluid combo type deal. But they set you up. Wolf is definitely like a setup character and like a bait character. And he does have confirms into his side B. He can like short hop fair, instantly side B, and that's a true combo. So his combos are really like 2 to 3 hit conversions, honestly. But this game is so fast, and he's good at putting you in bad situations where that doesn't really feel too shitty to play, right? Because you're moving fast anyways. You're still keeping the pressure up. You're still doing like a string. You know what I mean? Corn's really good because sword character, sharking. Pichu. Pichu is really good because Pichu is a clone of Pikachu who's a top tier character. The only reason why he is 2 tiers down is because he's the lightest character in the game. This character will reliably die at like 70 and 80. Like pretty normally. Unless you don't know your kill setups or whatever. So that, and of course his stubby range makes sword characters really hard to deal with. But outside of that, Pichu is actually a really good character. He is not a meme in this game. So if you guys see someone go Pichu, yes, you'll be able to kill them pretty freaking early, but do not sleep on him. He is not a meme character. This character is legitimately good, and he may very well actually be my secondary. I'm not joking. I will play this little fucker. He is good. This character could combo for days just like Pikachu can. And his edge guard game is also really, really good, and he's fast. Pikachu's faster, I believe, but Pichu is still also fast. Zelda and Peach I'd put in the same place. This is the best Zelda we've ever had. I can see Zelda maybe going a little bit lower in the future, but for right now, starting off, she definitely seems like a really good character. Peach feels like a better Smash 4 Peach. Shok. Shok is one of the ones I feel like is one of the most improved characters. I didn't expect him to be really good, but he is. Now, everyone got the universal landing lag change, but it means more for Shok considering the insane range he has on his freaking Monado. You see what I mean? Being able to shuffle with his large ass swings and hitboxes is actually kind of OD. And when he goes into speed, he's like freaking like melee Falcon, dude, just like dashing all around the place. It's actually nuts. You guys need to see some footage of it. And his combo game has also gotten better. And his dash dance is actually decent. Shok makes no sense. It makes no sense how good Shok is in this game, but he's pretty good. Watch out for Shok. Shok mains rejoice. I can confirm this is a good character. Not even average. He is definitely a good character. Really good. Ness seems really good. Don't have much to say about him. Only played against the CPU, but that CPU was like doing strings and bodying me. So shouts to LTG. Yoshi seems really good. Sonic I'm placing there. I didn't play him or play against him. I'm placing him there based off the little I've seen. And that's just kind of a prediction, I guess you could say. Then we get to good tier. Now this is kind of like also a little bit of high mid, but mostly just kind of like mid. As to where solid is mid to like low mid. But we have Zero Suit. Zero Suit, you have to play her differently, but she's still really fast. She still has strings. You just have to use different moves to get to those strings now. You know what I mean? But they definitely removed off her throw follow-ups. And Cineroar I thought was going to be bad, but he's actually pretty good. I didn't want to say like really good because otherwise I'd have to put him in this tier. But Incineroar seems actually good. He's slow, but I definitely think he has some tools to make up for that. Like his side B lariat thing where he just dashes forward and goes like farther than a Ganon Flame Choke and he just grabs you. Ivysaur, I'm not too keen on Pokemon Trainer. But based off what I've seen, I think Ivysaur is the best Pokemon. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I played against Pokemon Trainer once. And I didn't really get that much experience versus the individual Pokemon because the dude kept switching Pokemon constantly. So I didn't get a feel for one, you know what I mean? But just going off what I saw in like the E3 build or whatever, it definitely looked like Ivy was the best. So I'm just placing Ivy there for now. All the links are good in this game. Breath of the Wild Link and Toon Link are good characters with Young Link being really good. You can't go wrong with any of the links. Ike feels good in this game. He's good. He's not crazy. He's not amazing. Ike has some good shit. He has some good strings. It's really hard to like double jump and escape out of his follow-ups because he just covers so much space with his sword. And with his new up air is amazing for sharking people. I'm also pretty sure that side B actually goes further. It requires less charge, and he retains like more aerial drift or momentum, I guess you could say, when he side Bs. Someone who's played the game, correct me if I'm wrong, that's how it felt to me. Ice Climbers do really good damage. I don't think they're bad at all, despite the fact that you're not able to like use Nana while you're grabbing people, you know. But they still do a lot of damage. They have a good wave dash. I honestly think they're still pretty good. Palutena is really fast, and she seems pretty okay. Mario is Smash 4 Mario, just less unga bunga. You know, you can't just up tilt for days. But he's still solid. He's still good. Lucario, not too keen on this placement here. I played him once. This is more so a prediction placement. I'm sure he's good. And then this is solid tier where it's just kind of like the mid tiers. And then once we kind of get towards the bottom, kind of like the lower mid tiers, I'd say. Not much to say about any of these characters except Ganon. Ganon is the most improved character in the game, but don't let that get you hyped up into thinking that, oh, all of a sudden Ganon is like high tier or anything like that. He's just been made into a regular character now, you know. It's like, yeah, he has the most improvement, but that's coming from like the bottom of the tier list, you know what I mean? So Ganon's not going to be destroying top tiers, but at least he's a usable character, right? He's not a joke if you want to use him in a tournament. If you like Snake and Brawl and PM because you hate how ridiculous and stupid he is, you're going to hate this Snake because this Snake has really been normalized. This is a solid Snake, and that's it. It's not a ridiculous Snake. It's not a broken Snake. But so far, Snake just seems like a solid mid-tier, and that's it. Wii Fit Trainer, I was pleasantly surprised. She's actually pretty fast, and she actually has a pretty good combo game. And her moveset is really good for edge guarding. So that engine change also kind of buffs her indirectly. The rest of these are just kind of solids. Duck Hunt was actually pretty solid. He has pretty good movement, actually. I'll say we start getting to like the weaker end of mid-tier with like Falco, Diddy, Rob, Rosalina. To be fair, I have not played against a Rob or not a Rob, or well, yeah, Rob. These three right here, I've not played as or against. So this is more so a prediction thing based off what I've seen. But yeah, they just look like regular solid characters. Kind of weak tier. This is low tier. Got DK, Kirby, Ridley, the Pits, which I hate, Lucas, Samus, and Mega Man. Mega Man's more so a prediction placement. No one played him. But yeah, DK just kind of lost what made him really great in 4. Kirby, while improved over 4, is in an environment that still keeps him low tier because this game is like hella fast and it benefits sword characters. So Kirby's going to be getting bodied in this game. I'm sorry. Ridley's not like absolutely awful, but Ridley's pretty bad. Ridley, he has some good moves here and there, but he's just combo food. His up B is awful. I feel like playing neutral with him is really hard. I don't know. Really just seems really bad. Really bad. I did not play as him. I played against him. I'm never going to play as Ridley. Never. The pits, just laggy aerials. They feel like they're moving through molasses when you're moving with them. It's super weird. I don't even like the way they jump. It just feels like the pits feel like brawl characters in Ultimate. It's super weird. They have that like brawl floatiness and just like kind of slow feel that I just absolutely hate. Lucas, that's more so a prediction placement, but I also did hear people say that Lucas was bad, so I'm going to go ahead and place him here. Samus has a lot of inconsistent hitboxes, still has an awful roll. She feels a lot like Smash 4 Samus when the game first came out, where she felt like an incomplete character. You know what I mean? And I already talked about Mega Man. Then we're in the Nah Fam tier. The reason why Dr. Mario is bottom tier, and he's not even a bad character, I mean, like, he's good on stage. And he has combos and strings, and he has good kill potential. But his recovery is actually worse than it was in 4. Which you would think was an impossible feat to achieve. But his up B is actually worse than it was before in 4. And on top of that, the magnet hands in this game aren't as huge. So that also nerfs his recovery. Like I said, this character is decent on stage, and he has some strings and combos. But throw him off stage, and he's basically Smash 4 Little Mac at that point. That alone, considering the fact that edge guarding is back in this game, to me, that puts Dr. Mario in bottom tier. Little Mac, bottom tier. He still doesn't have aerials. In my opinion, any Smash character that does not have aerials could never be anything but a bottom tier character. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure he wasn't considered bottom tier in Smash 4, but the way I see it, no aerials, bottom tier. The Bowser's bottom tier. Pac-Man, more so just me placing him here because I don't know where the fuck to put him. I haven't even heard anyone say anything about Pac-Man, so Pac-Man's just kind of irrelevant. Not talking about the Mii's because fuck the Mii's, and obviously the Prom Plant's not out. But yeah, fuck Pac-Man. But yeah, guys, that is my tier list here. So like I said, the general engine changes, that being speed and the nerf to the air dodge game, really shot up all the sword characters in this game. Like this game is a Fire Emblem game. I mean, despite the fact that they're not in like the top tier, you know, there's more of them. So you'll probably be seeing more Fire Emblem characters more than any individual character. You see what I mean? So that's what I mean by, like, it's kind of going to be a Fire Emblem game. Expect lots of Meta Knight. Expect lots of Pikachus. Like I said, Fire Emblem Boys, Simon and Richters. Expect a lot of those characters for sure. There's probably going to be a good number of Inklings. Probably going to be a lot of K. Rool starting off. But yeah, that's generally where I would put everything, guys. So again, just to reiterate, top tier, high tier, and this is also like some high tier, but also like some high mid. This is high mid to mid. This is mid to low to mid low, low mid, excuse me, and then low tier, and then nah fam. Like don't play those characters. But that's it for my thoughts, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you guys think down below. I will see you guys later. Peace.